Hi students, how are you all? I hope you are fine and safe at your home. I am Bhupati from the Department of Types of Activities. So, the economic activity means money oriented activities. In this world, there are three types of activities. We will see one by one. First one is the employment. First one is the employment. Second one is the profession. Second one is the profession. And third one is the business. So, the types of economic activities is classified into three. First one is the employment, second one is the profession, third one is the business. So, now we will see one by one in detail. First one is the employment. What is employment, sir? Employment refers to the occupation in which people are engaged for work for others and get the remunerations. So, what is employment? Employment is nothing but people are work for others and getting remuneration. What is remuneration, sir? Remuneration is nothing but monetary rewards given by the employer to the employee. So, remuneration is nothing but monetary reward. Monetary reward. The remuneration is nothing but a monetary reward given by the employer to the employee. The remuneration in the form of wages and salary. Remuneration in the form of wages or salary. The remuneration given by the employer to the employee may be in the form of wages, otherwise called as a salary. Okay. What is the difference between wages and salary, sir? Wages is a monetary reward given to the laborer who are working in the production process. So, a person one who involved in the production process is called labor, he is getting a wages. And then Rakesh, do you know what is salary? Okay. Salary is a monetary reward which is given to the persons who are working in the administration, distribution and selling and office oriented works. So, salary is a monetary reward which is given to the employees who are working in the administrative office and selling and distribution. So, the employees are getting salary from a employer on the basis of his performance, and then wages provided to the laborer who are working in the production process. And then Rakesh, what is the another difference for wages and salary? You are right. Wages may be provided to the laborer on day-to-day basis or weekly or fortnight or monthly, but the salary will be provided to the employees on monthly basis only. So, the wages will be differ based on the performance, based on the hours they are performance, but the salary is fixed on the basis of monthly performance of a consumer. This is what employer. Then now tell me, sir, in very short, what is employment, sir? Employment is nothing but a contract between two persons. Who is that, Mansoor? Very good. Employer and employee. So, it is a contract between employment is nothing but a contract between employer and the another person one is, who is that, Saravana? Correct, employee. So employment is nothing but it is a contract between employer and employee. Employer represents a person who start a business. Otherwise, employer is a person, he is otherwise called as a owner of the business organization. Next one is the employee. Employee is nothing but a person, one who working in the organization on behalf of the owner, he is called employee. So employee work for employer and get monthly remuneration from the owner. So employment is nothing but it is a contract in between employer and employee. Employee work for on behalf of the employer and getting monthly salary or daily wages or weekly wages from a employer. So this is called employment. Next one is the profession. What is profession, sir? Profession is nothing but are those occupations in which involve rendering of personal services of specialized and expert nature. So what is profession? Profession is nothing but providing a personal and specialized service and expert in nature is called profession. So in this profession, so many persons are involved in the profession. For example, in our day-to-day life, the teacher is involved in the teaching professions, and then firemen are involved in the safeguarding the people in our society, and then military man and police, they are safeguarding our country against the enemy, and then teacher and lawyer and doctor, these all the persons are called professionals. How can you say they are called a professional persons? In their field, in their particular field, they very well know about what is happening in the field, what should do, and then what should not do in the field. So this is called professional expert. They are called professional expert. So profession is nothing but they are providing a rendering or providing a personal services of a special and expert nature. In a persons, they are in their field, they are very well know about the field, and they are very expert in the field. Whatever problem arises in the field, they will know about the solution of the problems. These are profession. Next one is the business. What is business, sir? Business is nothing but an human activity undertaken with the regular basis with the intention of earning profit. So business is nothing but regularly a seller providing a products to the consumer and earning profit. Then how the seller can raise the profit from a business organization, sir? How can the seller make a profit? By issuing a goods and services to the consumer. So the profit can be earn profit by providing goods and services. So in each and every businessman can earn the profit by selling by providing goods and services which is required by the consumer or customer or people who are in the society. So this is called profit. This is called business. Business is nothing but an human activity which is undertaken on regular basis, because the business should be provide goods and services to the consumer on regular basis. It should not be stopped on any particular date. It should be conducted in throughout the year. That means 24/7. What is that 24/7? The business is conducted 24 hours and 7 days. So it is an unstoppable process. Business is nothing but human activity which is undertaken on regular basis with the intention of earning profit. So, earning profit is the primary and foremost aim of all business organizations by providing goods and services to the people. Then Rakesh, what is the secondary aim of business? Very good, by providing services to the consumer. So, secondary aim. The secondary aim is provide services. So, the primary aim of a business organization is earning profit. The secondary aim of a business organization is providing service to the consumer and satisfy the consumer with providing a quality and quantity of a very good products and services which is necessary demanded by a customers. This is called business organization. Next one is the classification of business activity. What is a business activity? Buying and selling of goods and services to the consumer on regular basis with the intention of what? Earning profit. So, buying and selling of goods and services to the consumer with the intention of earning profit. That is called business activities. That business activity can be classified in three ways. First one is on the basis of size, we can classify the business activity. Second one is the on the basis of ownership, we can classify. Third one is the on the basis of functions. So, now we will classify the business activity in different way. First one is the size. On the basis of size, the business activity can be classified into two. First one is the small. So, small business activity, and the second one is the large business activity. So, on the basis of size, we can classify the business activity into two. First one is the small activity, small business activity. Second one is the large business activity. See the second one, on the basis of ownership. What is ownership? Ownership is nothing but the right of a business organization who control the business and who manage the business and taking a entire ownership of the business organization. That is called ownership. So, on the basis of ownership, we can classify it into three. On the basis of ownership, the business activity is classified into three. First one is the private business. First one is the private business. See the second one. Second one is the government business. Last one is the joint businessship. Third one is the joint business activities. So, based on the ownership, the business activity is classified into the first one is the private business, second one is the government business, third one is the joint business. Okay. Now, we will see on the basis of last one is the function. Based on the functions, the business activity is classified into three. What is the Mansoor? Correct. The business based on the functions, the business activity is classified into two. First one is the industry. First one is the industry, second one is the commerce. So, based on the functions performed in business activity, they are classified into two. First one is the industry, second one is the commerce. So, based on the size, ownership and functions performed by business organization, they are classified into totally 7. Now, we will see one by one in depth, very detailed. Okay. First one is the based on size. Based on the size, the business activity is classified into two. First one is the small size, second one is the large size. So in small scale business organization, first one is the small scale business organization. In this business organization, small scale units require less capital. In this name, it is a small. So small scale business organization started with the small capital and limited number of persons. Okay. Tamil Selvan, now tell me the example for small scale business activities. Very good. The example for the small scale business activities is sole proprietorship, sole trader. Sole trader. Sole trader is nothing but sole proprietorship. Yeah, sole trader is a single person who start a small business with his small capital is called sole proprietorship. A person, one who start the business, run the business, manage the business and taking entire profit and loss is called sole proprietorship. So this is one of the example for small scale industries. And then textile manufacturing in our villages with the handlooms. So second exercise is textiles. So textile manufacturing with the support of handloom. This is also a very small scale business organization which started with very small amount. Okay. What are the advantages in the small scale business? Our government support the small scale business with providing of so many funds with the self-help group. That means SHE, self-help group. Through self-help group, government providing a loan facilities to the persons one who are in the below poverty line. Okay, students. For your further studies, I attached PowerPoint presentation on study materials 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks and 5 marks in the description, and also question banks also attached in the description, and self assessment tests are given in the description. Please use it and prepare at your home. Dear parents, help your children to do their work. Thank you.